A lot of hobbyists in this hobby don't have space to paint, don't have space to work. This video is going to show you how you can hobby in such a small, limited space. So guys, hobbying in little spaces. A question I get asked all the time. I know I've done a video on the Frontier Wargaming, the really nice box that you've seen me review before. If you've got enough disposable income and you're serious about travel painting or just like you don't have the space and it's somewhere to put all your stuff that you're working on plus your paints plus everything, it's an awesome hobby box. Okay, if you're not wanting to spend that sort of money, this video is for you, plus extra, okay? Because the biggest thing about having a paint station, it's the table, it's your lights, it's not just storage, it's not just paint storage, it's everything else that goes with it. So I was talking to my mate David Ryder from Rough Rider Miniatures, awesome commission painter, awesome, blows my stuff right out of the water, and he found this little box online. It's amazing and it's really cheap. So I'll do this video. We'll start off with the table and we'll start talking through all the other bits. And yeah, I'll see you at the end. Right, so first off, best thing about this table, it fits under your sofa. So if you are looking for space, you can go anywhere. Next thing that's good about this is it completely flat packs, as you can tell. It completely opens up and it's a laptop table, so you can have the top slanted, you can have it flat. It's completely height adjustable, so now whether you're sat on your sofa at home, whether you're sat on a bar stool, whether you're sat just on any different height surface like a footstool and you want to paint, you can lower it right down or higher it up to wherever you want. Now that's the table sorted. What about your paints? What do you do with them? We stick them in a box. Now this box, it can be purchased from Amazon or eBay, wherever. What they are is an essential oils box. They're super cheap. I think they range from about £10 up to about £30 depending on amounts of paint and everything else that you want to put in them. They're made from like a neoprene material and they're rock hard. Right, so when you open them up, you'll realise that Vallejo fit and work. Army painters fit well. The coat of arms P3 bottled ones like that fit as well, and obviously that's another army painter, don't know why I was showing that. And Games Workshop ones do fit. They're just a little bit tight, which is good. I mean, it just stops it from falling out. You can fit a very small cutting mat in there, which is ideal for keeping your surface clean. This is the little one from Army Painter. You could get one slightly smaller which fit a little bit better. Your water cup, now this is a lovely find from the pound shop. It's a nice flat packable pint glass. I've used this at festivals and stuff, but it's brilliant. As you can see, stores very easily. You've got room for all your modelling tools, glues, brushes, whatever you want in the top. One thing I would advise with this is if you are putting your model brushes in the back of that, I'd find like a metal pencil case or something that you can put them in and just slide them in. This way the case will still shut, it will protect the brushes, and also it's still going to close up and everything else. So plenty of space to work there. I mean, you could put a couple of paint, you could leave the paints at the side of you on the side. Wet palette, I mean, you could use the lid of that with a bit of a sponge in, a bit of paper on top. You have to make your own. I mean, the one that I'm using is far too big for this box, but you can get bigger essential oil boxes to fit larger stuff in. Now lights, you could use just like a lamp like this if you're really tight on a budget, but the problem is it's yellow and it's not where you want it. What I like to use is desk lamps. Now, I don't want a desk lamp that's got like a base. One, it's heavy, so if you put it on that, it will eventually bend it. And it takes up space that you haven't got when you're working on such a small area. This is a clampable one. They cost about £10–15, and you can get them off Amazon. And as you can see, clamps on very well. You can even leave this clamp on and take the lamp out of it if you wish, but that saves on space, and it just means you can position it wherever you need to. And as you can see, very substantial workspace, lit up quite well. You could get another lamp if you wished, if you wanted to spend a little bit more money, and that way you could have a light from either side, but you can position this lamp to anywhere you need, which is perfect for when you're painting. Yeah, now we're moving it and positioning it around. I like to have a movable light source, because obviously if you're working on just like base coating and stuff, you don't have to be that intricate, and you can normally see what you want to see. When you're starting to get into like harder details or doing some finer work, it's nice just to lift the lamp out the way and get your head right in there. Now you can position this lamp at the side of your face where you need it. It's just a great lamp, and if you want, you could have two of them, 2 desks and a second one. Next thing, where are you going to put your basing material? So your basing materials, now I'd have a second box like this to do it really. This holds enough basing materials and tufts and glues and stuff that you're going to need. At the end of the day, if you haven't got like a hobby space dedicated, you're not going to be doing massive terrain tables and doing anything massively oversized, maybe a little diorama at the most. Now this box can hold plenty, okay? So another good thing about it as well is you can pop it at the side of you while you're working on the sofa. It keeps all the static grass and everything and all your other bits and pieces quite together, so you're not going to get it all over the sofa and have your wife having a go at you. It's just convenient, simple, and it keeps you organised. Now, yes, I'm using all my own stuff from my own range, but if you are just a miniature painter, I advise looking at the Luke's APS base ready range. It's already mixed up stuff that you just literally dip your model in and done, or you can sprinkle it on like this, use a couple of tufts, and just look at that, it's finished. It's awesome, okay? I love them myself, they're great for commissions, because it just means that you're doing a one-step thing rather than a 6-step process, and it just looks great for minimal effort. So if you'd like to check that out, do check all the links below, guys, and if there's anything in this video that you have actually seen, there will be links to the table, there'll be links to the box where I get a cut back from Amazon themselves. So guys, what do you think? I think it's awesome. I mean, I might not need to use it. The table and the tub, though, it is ideal if I go to a mate's house who ain't got any stuff, or even if I go to my brother's house and he's got a limited painting space. So if I want to sit and paint with him, I can take the table and the little box of paints of what I'm using with me. So it is quite handy, even for me. So I'm sure somebody will make use of this information. But tell me what you do below. I mean, I don't like the toolbox option because it gets messy, but it's because I'm quite unorganised. If it allows me to be unorganised, something like that, it can't. All right. But I just thought I'd add, guys, if you are interested in buying like that case, or if you're interested in buying the table, I do have Amazon affiliate links now. So if you buy anything from them, I get a cutback. It helps me keep doing these channels. I've had to buy the stuff to do the video. So yeah, it'll help me out. One other thing, I've had a lot of American and Canadian people wanting to buy my stuff. Okay, postage has gone through the roof, as a lot of you know. Nothing we can do about that. So we now have a US distributor. All the links to his store are below. Tim Spagowski is working with us now, and yeah. So if you want to buy any of your stuff in US or Canada, check the link below, and you'll be able to buy all my stuff in the US and in Canada. He's put a big pre-order in, and we've sorted the first initial order out. That'll be going out soon, and he's also been doing pre-orders on a second order. So if you are wanting to get anything, check them links, and soon it will be constantly stocked store. Alright guys, we are hoping to branch out into Australia very shortly, and yeah, all building up and looking great. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you next week for some more average videos. See you in a bit. Love, love, love.